And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. My name is Muhammad Numan. How are you, my dear students? I hope you will be fine. Welcome to Advanced English Grammar. I have started the classes about the word rather. The word rather is used in many different ways. In the previous class, I only taught you the 4 ways in which the word rather was used. But there are also some other ways in which the word rather is used. The word rather is used in different meanings. Whenever it is used separately or individually, then it gives us the meaning of very and quite. And whenever we use it in the meaning of very and quite, then it doesn't give us a good sense. Then it is used in a bad sense, in a bad meaning. For example, this room is rather dirty. So it means this room is very dirty, or this room is quite dirty. Now you can see it here. This word was not used in a good sense, in a good meaning. It was used in a bad sense, in a bad meaning. But whenever we add "are" before this word, then we use it for correction. Or rather. Then we use it for correction. Then we are going to correct ourselves. But whenever we add would with rather, then it is used for preference and for choice. There are 2 things. We are going to prefer one thing against another. We are going to prefer one thing between 2 things. We use over there the word would rather. First we have to talk about the definition. We use would rather to describe a preference of one thing compared to another thing. Then we use their would rather. For example, he would rather watch TV than read a book. And would rather we use with all the subject pronouns. He would rather, she would rather, they would rather, I would rather, you would rather, we would rather, they would rather. With all the subject pronouns, we use would rather. The formula: subject plus would rather plus base form of the verb plus then plus base form of the verb plus a noun. So now you can see it here. He would rather watch TV than read a book. So he is going to select, he is going to prefer watching TV than reading a book. So we use this would rather for this purpose. Now how we will make a negative form. We will make subject plus would rather plus not plus base form of the verb. So keep in your mind, not will be written after word rather. You cannot write it here, I would not rather run. Not at all. This is incorrect. The correct way will be, I would rather not run. Okay? Now let's talk about, there was only one subject. But whenever we are talking about the two different subjects, then the formula will be, if there are two different subjects in the sentence, the form is very different. Structure, subject plus would rather plus another subject plus second form of the verb will be used after the second subject. Example, I would rather they stayed here. I'm making suggestion for someone else. There I was making the suggestion for myself, or someone was going to suggest something for oneself or for someone else. But here, the suggestion goes to someone else. I want someone else. I would rather they stayed here. The second form of the verb will be used, but the point here is that although we used the second form of the verb, but it will give us the meaning of the present or the future. Don't consider it that it will give us the meaning of the past, because we have written the second form of the verb. Not at all. Only the present and the future meaning will be there. I would rather they stayed here. They would rather I stayed here. You can also use with some other subjects here, subject pronouns. She would rather they stayed here. You would rather I stayed here. They would rather I stayed here. We would rather she stayed here. With all the subject pronouns you can make here. Now how we will make a negative form? The negative form will be I would, I plus would rather plus subject plus did not plus base form of the verb. The second form of the verb will be changed into negative by making the negative sentence because we put here the helping verbs. I would rather they did not stay here. You would rather I did not stay here. So it was a formula. Inshallah, in the next video I will make the questions, how the questions form will be met. And there are also, as I told before, there are also some other ways of making the preference and the choice. Inshallah, in the next videos those will be discussed. So it was our today class about the word would rather. So do subscribe our channel. The name of our channel is Spread the Useful Knowledge. Share these videos to your friends, relatives through WhatsApp, Messenger and Facebook. Thanks a lot of you. Thanks a bundle.